Good afternoon and welcome on this beautiful Sunday to another Taxi Time. And I got to tell you, I've tried to arrange a lot of these flights with some of the most amazing people that I know, and nothing is going to be more amazing than who we've got in the cockpit today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, it's Raegan.
It is Raegan. Raegan's watched a lot of these from afar, but she has never, ever sat down in the cockpit. I think Raegan honestly was waiting for the cockpit to get a little bit of an upgrade. Now that the 55-inch television is in front of her, I think Raegan's going, I think I'm a little bit interested here. What do you say?
Yeah, definitely.
And she says, hey, Dad, if you don't want the old TV, if whatever chance you just don't want it anymore, you can put it in my room. And what did Dad say?
He said no.
Well, I just said, look, the cockpit is in the need of multiple monitors right now, and there's no way that we're going to be able to track our progress up top unless we stick something up above the big TV. And can you have too many TVs in a cockpit? Let me ask you that question, Raegan. Can you have too many televisions in a cockpit?
Never.
The answer is never. You see how well I've taught this girl? She knows all the right answers, and so this is going to be fun. Raegan has never, ever flown in Microsoft Flight Simulator before, and today's her day. I walked into the cockpit. She was sitting down here doing a little drawing on her iPad, and which is amazing, by the way. She's getting really, really good at the art on the iPad. And I said, hey, man, what do you think about a flight? And she's like, yeah, let's do it. So here we go. Actually, Raegan, what you don't realize is I've got a little cockpit cam here. And there she is, right over in the cockpit. Hello.
Hi.
We've got Dad over in the co-pilot seat today. We've got Raegan over in the pilot seat. And I think she's going to rock it. I think she's going to rock it today. So, by the way, Raegan, you know the first thing we need to do, right? Well, not the first thing. The first thing we needed to do was to actually turn on the good music, right? So after you turn on the good music, then what's the second thing you always need to do in the cockpit?
I have no idea.
You got to throw on the cockpit lights. Actually, they're the external lights. There we go. See those lights that are just going to start flashing on us?
Yeah.
Those are your beacon and your strobe, and you've got to have those. We're getting some light in here, but I don't know where it's coming from, but who cares? Oh, you know what? It's that door right there. But, hey, we're okay. It's a lazy Sunday. We're not very picky today, are we? Are we, Ray?
Nope.
Well, I'm excited.
Me too.
Are you excited for this flight?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever wanted to fly a plane?
Yeah.
Now you're going to get a chance. Have you ever wanted to fly a plane without the risk of dying?
Yes.
Me too. Which is why we're all here today. So here's the deal, Ray. Here's what Taxi Time is all about. Well, Taxi Time has a couple purposes. One, Taxi Time has the purpose of teaching you how, your very first flight, how to taxi around the airports of your choosing, and what else?
I don't know.
Talking, right? Just having a nice little Sunday chat. Now, I'm realizing I'm calling it Taxi Time, but it might be called Taxi Talk. I don't even know what I've named this thing. Should we find out first of all?
Yes.
Let me just see what we've named this thing. It's HeadTrip Taxi Time. Okay, good. I've been calling, it's like, it's either Taxi Time or Taxi Talk. I think Taxi Time is really what we need to call it because we're doing more than just talking. All right, so back to the most important part of Taxi Time, and that is selecting where we want to fly. Now, Raegan, you've got the world in front of you. The world, this is a phrase we like to say, the world is your oyster. Where on earth, turn that down just a little bit, where do you want to go? If you could go anywhere in the entire world, where would you go?
will say Japan.
Japan? Oh my gosh, Japan. Okay, so part of me is now regretting the fact that I haven't done the Japan update yet. But that's okay. That's okay. Because, you know what we're going to do? We're going to start this over, Raegan. Is that okay?
Yeah.
To all of our YouTube viewers that are sick of me just starting up a live cast and then just nuking it, what do we have to say to them, Ray?
We are very sorry that we have to stop it.
But this happens, right? I mean, how many times are you like, our flight's been delayed? Our flight's been delayed just a few minutes because if we're going to Japan, honestly, we need the Japan update. And that'll take just a few minutes to download. If we're going to do this, it's called Go Big or Go Home, right, Ray?
Yeah.
Go Big or Go Home. And we want Japan to be as accurate and as beautiful as it possibly can be, right?
Yes.
So is there anything else you'd like to tell our passengers as they wait in the gate? And, we're trying to kind of ease their frustrations a little bit that their flight has been delayed. Anything you could tell someone waiting in an airport to try to make them a little more happy and cheerful?
Sit back and relax while this flight is delayed.
Right. I mean, go get some food, right? Go get some noodles. That's what Raegan would do, right? She'd go get some Italian. Sit down, eat a little bit. What else would you do in an airport if your flight was delayed?
I would go shopping and I would take a nap if it was like a long delay.
Right. So we'll be right back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It won't be long enough for you to take a long nap. So we will be back shortly, and we'll have Japan ready to go for you. Uno momento.